All right, welcome to the third review of the evening. Up this time is Egglien. Shoot eggs down to fly up in the speedy action platformer far into the future. After technology has developed in unimaginable ways, the humans treated Earth with violence and disrespect. I'm pretty sure this is happening right now.
Yes, that's the point.
They ruined what was once a beautiful place. The Earth blew up into rocks, and the only thing left was the core. After an alien named Estrari
Estuary, something like that.
yeah, hears a voice, she gains her new alien powers and is on a mission with her friend, tagging along to restore the core to what was once a great planet. Go and save the Earth. Okay, that could have been framed much more problematically.
Mm.
Anyway, so this game was assigned to the Golic, so over to him for the details.
So yes, this is a very Game Boyish style. Definitely going for that aesthetic. Down to everything having admittedly, a bluer shade of mono, green, and black. But don't enter the menu; it'll cancel you out of the level. There's no way to fix that I could find. I don't know why the fuck that tutorial thing is there. Reproduce is lay egg, which your power is to lay eggs with astonishing fast speed and in vast numbers to the extent that they make you hover while you're doing it in midair, and are also your method of defeating enemies, which you finish each stage by defeating all of the enemies, and you die in one hit. All of the stages are pretty short. They introduce various gimmicks like different kinds of destructible blocks and explosive blocks, different kinds of enemies with different behavior patterns and projectile stuff. And then every 8 levels or so, or 10, at the end of every world, there are 5 worlds. There might be another world. I don't know. I haven't actually beaten it. There's a boss. Honestly, most of the levels are pretty easy, but the bosses are hard. Honestly, the projectiles of enemies, particular, I mean yours too, move pretty fast, and it can be difficult to avoid them even when they're in a pretty predictable pattern. I think that gave me a little bit of trouble, and the one-hit kill for the stage is a little bit unforgiving. But none of the stages are particularly long, so it's not that big of an issue. The biggest issue I've had is that when you're shooting downwards, you'll be hovering up, and if you off-screen an enemy, it doesn't register damage to the enemy while it's off-screen. So if you need to be directly above something and shoot it, you are kind of... you have to either go back and forth or very carefully adjust your thing. Also, you do have a bar of how much egg you have that drains as you fire and is refilled instantaneously upon hitting the ground, which is interesting. There are dialogue scenes at the boss fights and at the beginning of every world that explore the plot, I guess, but not in a huge amount of detail. Honestly, I would say that between the controls and the instant death stuff, it's just frustrating enough that I found it a little bit annoying to play for a long time at a time. But it is kind of satisfying to get it right. Although sometimes it feels like it's just random. Like that you didn't do anything super different all the time when you got it right. So I don't know. The music is also Game Boyish and not like the best examples of Game Boy music. It's just beepy boopy. Not really any strong melody type stuff. I find the gimmick of this, like the way the gimmick is phrased, and I don't know if it's just I don't know if the people who developed this are not English as their first language or what, but it seems like some of the plot stuff was written kind of awkwardly in English, you know? But it does convey the general plot of the two little aliens traveling through oddly stage-based environments to try to find Earth and then fix it, I guess. Since I didn't finish the game, I cannot tell you for sure whether or not it does something like there's the twist at the end is that actually you weren't, or I don't know about that. I'd say about a 50-50 chance of there being some plot twist.
Earth was inside you all along.
Something like that, yeah, I don't know. Because this does seem indie and kind of deliberate aesthetic. But other than that, there's not a whole lot to it. It's a pretty simple platformer type dealie, I think. Do either of you have any questions?
No.
Not really.
Then that's probably about all I got for talking about it. I enjoyed it okay, but the controls are a little bit not perfect, I think. It's hard to describe how. What is the price on this one, Adam?
$5.99.
Yeah, that's fine for at least 40 levels, I think, including boss fights. I don't know. If anyone out there has played it and gotten to the end and there's like some sort of life-changing revelation in the story, then I'll revise it upwards. But if there is, I don't feel like the early game particularly deserved that. But it's fine, and it's not expensive.
All right, then. So that'll about do it for Egglien. Be sure to tune in after the break as we review Violations Will Be Punished.